Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Postgame press room here at the Mullins Center. My name is Cameron McDonough, one of the Massachusetts Daily Collegian hockey beat writers, alongside my esteemed partner, Nick Canelas, and we just watched UMass really dominate Merrimack. They just won 5-2. Offense, great performance tonight. Nick, just sort of some general thoughts on how that game went.
Well, it's about as surprising as you get for a team that's averaging 2 goals a game. They go out and score 3 in the first period and really set the tone right away. They capitalized on Merrimack turnovers, crisp passing, score on one-timers, take advantage of their opportunities. This was a very un-UMass game. I mean, we look at going into this game, and we're wondering if we're going to see a 0-0 tie. We were joking the first to 1 wins because these are the 2 worst offenses in Hockey East, yet they combined for 7 goals, and really, Merrimack never really gave them a scare. It was probably their most impressive performance this season.
Yeah, very dominating performance for UMass. Got the first 4 goals. Merrimack came back with 2 goals, and it looked like they might have had a chance to get a third and make a game out of it, but they were called for a game misconduct there for a hit on Hanley. And Merrimack was left trying to kill a penalty for 5 minutes, and when you're down by 2 goals, you just can't afford to do that. So that really killed their momentum, and they pulled the goalie late, and UMass defensively did a really good job. And I think obviously the offense is a big story, but you do have to, even though Merrimack isn't averaging a lot of goals themselves, so you got to give some credit to the UMass defense as well. Steve Masslers came up with 25 saves in net, so a very good performance really all around by this team. And this is a team that hadn't played in over a week after last game was the AIC game. They lost 3-2. It was a disappointing result for them, so they're very happy after the game to put that game behind them and come out with this really good performance.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. I think the big thing with UMass was, once they pulled out ahead, they didn't let themselves get too complacent. That's something that you can see this team do very often because they're just not used to being up big on teams. And I mean, remember the game against Vermont here at Mullins earlier this season where they went up 2-0 the first minute of the game and lost the game 3-2. So, I mean, they found a way to keep their foot on the gas pedal for the most part and really just did what they had to do. I mean, they had 59 shots on goal against American International College, not a very good team, and still lost. And I mean, you gotta be pretty impressed with the way they respond, even if it's against the last place team in Hockey East.
And obviously they didn't get 59 shots tonight, but shot wise, Merrimack got more shots on net, 27-23. But I think the thing that really stood out for UMass was the quality of their chances tonight. With that crisp passing, with those odd man rushes, setting up one-timers right in front of the net that Merrimack just never really had a chance to stop once it got to that point. So, that layoff could have gone 2 ways. It could have gone badly for them. They could have come out flat, but it looked like they took that layoff, did a lot of work over that time, got more comfortable with their new line mates, because there's some notable changes there with the first and the second lines, and offensively both of those lines performed really well tonight. So you got to look at that layoff as actually being a productive thing for them, I'd say.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, their Merrimack goalie, Rasmus Turonen, he did just about all he could. He was pretty helpless on his goals. Their defense was not very sharp, but I mean, you got to give a lot of credit to UMass. They played their style, and they took it to them. They used the big ice to their advantage. And again, like you said, this team found a way to really respond well after the AIC game, which, I mean, that's what we're all most curious about. I mean, now they have 8 games left, all in Hockey East, with Notre Dame losing. I mean, if the season were to end today, they'd be having a home playoff game at Mullins Center. I mean, as terrible as this season has been for UMass in terms of wins and losses, they're right in it. And another game against Merrimack Saturday night, I mean, they could very well put themselves in a decent position if they can keep this going and not let this get to their heads.
Yeah, then a game at home against BU after that, who BU's been a disappointing team this year.
Yes.
as well. So there are points out there for this team to get, and they can potentially keep climbing up the Hockey East standings if they play, close to how they did tonight. And tomorrow they're going to try to go out there to Merrimack, a smaller sheet of ice, and try to impose their game on Merrimack there. So for Nick, I'm Cam McDonough. Have a good one.